First of all, I want to thank everybody for coming. It's very humbling to see each and every one of you here. Back when I started back in 2010 was the first time I ran for public office, and that was for school board in La Jolla. And I always said, I always run on the same thing every term, and that's doing what's right, helping the people, and being there for everybody. Last night we were coming home from dinner, and my wife doesn't speak a lot in public as much as I do, and she was nervous about what to say. And I told her, I was like, I never plan what I'm gonna say. You know, I just say whatever comes from the heart and whatever I feel at that moment. So walking in and seeing every one of you, you know, and going through the election that I'm going through right now, something comes to mind. It's my father. You know, my father taught me the value of hard work. And I know there's a song, and I can't remember what it was, but it's a song that says, I'm watching grass grow. And it reminds me of growing up. And my dad literally, and my mom can attest to this, my dad actually had me cut the lawn in my yard 2-3 times a week. You know, and since I was old enough to pick up a 2x4, he had me out there at his construction sites picking up lumber in the summer and always working. So a lot of people say, how did you get to where you're at? Well, it's very simple. I've been working since I was old enough to work. You know, and that's what I was taught, is work. So when I got into my office, when I first got elected for my first term as JP, I didn't start by taking a break or taking a vacation for leaving for 2 years. I started working. You know, I remember clearly getting sworn in at 2 o'clock that afternoon on January the 1st, getting home, taking off, putting on something comfortable and sitting on the couch. And literally at 4 o'clock, I was doing my first Section 28. Literally 2 hours after I got sworn in, I was already working, and I haven't stopped. You know, COVID was a very tough time for all of us. We buried a lot of people that we loved, that were very close to us during that time. I didn't stop working during that time. I can clearly, Tim Brown can attest to it, how many calls we would get, and I can assure you that every single call I got, I answered it. You know, it felt at times that there was only one JP in Precinct 3, you know, for a very long time.
I can attest to that.
and it's very simple. You know, as JPs, we have several duties. I didn't pick and choose which duties I wanted to do and which ones I didn't want to do. I felt that would be an injustice to all of us, to all of our tax dollars. If a JP has 5 duties, those are the 5 duties I'm gonna do, because that is my job. That is what I got elected to do. I'm not just gonna do the easy ones. I'm not just gonna do the ones that don't take time away from my family. We all have families. I have 2 beautiful girls and I have a wife. You know, but you know what? When you run for public office, you run, first of all, to be there for the public, because those are the people that elect you, is the public. And when somebody does not do your job and you're in public office, it's very simple. Yesterday I was talking to a constable when I was leaving the office. It says, we all have one boss, and you all are my boss, the voters. It's very simple. When you don't do your job, the voters will get you out. You know, people know if you're doing your job or not. And I can say that, I can proudly say that I've been there 7 years, and for 7 years, I've been serving my court. I run an efficient court. Some people may not agree with what I do, but you know what? I run a very strict office. I run because I want my office to be efficient for each and every one of you. When somebody wants to see me, they knock on that door and they can see me. If I'm not there, they'll make an appointment. I don't turn anybody away. If you want to see a judge, you're gonna see a judge, my friend. And if you all ever need anything, come by my office, call me. I'm there for you guys. Thank you very much.